Hello everyone. AI speech has about 5 types of female voices. I change it depending on the mood of the day, but if you have a voice that is easy to hear, please let me know in the comments. I try to use as much as possible that is easy for everyone to hear. This time, I will explain that the local government made an unusual notice. The local government is the government of the town called Wuhan, which became famous because of the disease. The Wuhan government has made news by making an unusual demand. It was announced that 259 companies had been dunned. To be precise, it includes companies other than companies, so we have disclosed the debtor list and the amount of debt to 259 corporations. To put it simply, I announced that I should return the money I borrowed. Due to the large number of legal entities, the amount of debt varies, but one car manufacturer in particular. The amount of debt is 23.54 million yuan, which is about 500 million yen in Japanese yen. Other corporations include foreign affiliated companies, and there is a well-known Taiwanese unified group. Manufacturer of beverages such as fruit juices. There is a debt of 10 million yuan here, which is about 200 million yen when converted to Japanese yen. This includes large companies as well. The combined debt of 259 corporations is about 300 million yuan. It is about 6 billion yen in Japanese yen. Considering the size of the company's assets, I think it is an amount that can be repaid. I'm going to explain why I made a big notice so far. Local governments in China are all in the red. It's a state of deficit or wanting as much money as possible. The amount of deficit that local governments are short of is huge, so even if all 259 corporations are recovered this time, it will not be enough to compensate. The debt disclosed this time is as of December 20, 2018. From now on, it's a debt over 4 years ago. In fact, it is a debt that has not been repaid even though the repayment deadline has passed. It is a very old debt that has been neglected for a long time. It seems that the short ones are from 3 years old, and the long ones include old debts of 10 years or more. Borrowings after 2018 are not included in this year's 259 corporations. The purpose of this release is considered to be a declaration that the debt has not been collected so far, but from now on, it will be collected seriously. It is said that a success fee will be paid to individuals and corporations who provide information for debt collection within 3 months from this public demand. The reason why the compensation is paid is because it is a past debt in 2018, so the whereabouts of the person in charge at that time may not be known. It is a state where the location of the target is not known even if it is collected. Therefore, I am asking you to disclose the information and tell us about the current situation of the person in charge at that time. It is said that there are other reasons why such advertisements are made so that the debt will not be invalidated by the statute of limitations. However, since it is China, even if the statute of limitations comes, I think that it can be recovered if the Chinese Communist Party becomes strong. I just have a problem here. Local governments and local businesses are cohesive. In other words, there are cases where companies and individuals who have close ties with a government use personal connections to borrow money even though they have no intention of paying it back. In short, it is a crime for both the borrower and the lender. I have a problem with the person in charge of the government at the time I made the loan. The fact that you made a past reminder this time means that the CCP is targeting the person in charge at that time. The current executives of the Wuhan government are Xi Jinping's henchmen. A henchman of Xi Jinping is rigorously auditing the loans that preceded him, and is proceeding with the clearing of the past. It can't be helped to be held responsible for lending money when there is no prospect of it being returned. The Wuhan government is not alone in this state of debt. Perhaps all local governments are in the same state. There are many people who receive money from local governments under the pretext of borrowing money from corporations and individuals that are tied up with the Communist Party and create corporations that simply withdraw money from the government. Under such circumstances, it is natural that local governments in China are in deficit. No one can stop it because the people who regulate and supervise it and the people who spend money are all the same people. It can be said that dictatorships are a problem not only in China, but also in dictatorships, because things are decided by the decision-making of one person. That's all for now. See you next time.